Uncle Sam, I'm in Vietnam. It's a jungle, it's a prison, but here I am, dreaming of the outside.
Hello everyone, my name's Captain Joe Mitchell, and I'm just going to be running you through how to set up your mods, ACRE, Keybinds, and other quality of life updates for ArmA. So, to get started, what you're going to want to do is, in the Discord, you're going to want to go towards your unit mod packs channel, just shown there, and inside you want to have a look for the main unit mod pack. It's identifiable by the banner that should be attached, and that differentiates it from the other mods. And what you're going to want to do is hit download and then open up the ArmA launcher. Okay, so you've opened up ArmA, you're in the ArmA launcher like this, so now let's walk through what you're going to have to make sure you do. So if you click mods to get started, alright, first thing you're going to have to do is click on the preset button up here, alright, assuming that you've got no mods enabled. If you do, make sure you hit that unload all, else you're going to end up booting with mods that you don't necessarily need and the server won't let you in. So you hit the drop down and you click import. From there, here's that mod pack we just downloaded off of the Discord. You're going to click that and then click open. From here, if you've got one already downloaded with the same name, you're going to have to overwrite it. And from there, it boots all your mods like so. Alright. As well, it should also make sure that it boots the CDLC. So you want to click on the DLC tab and make sure you click SOG Prairie Fire and have that ticked. Alright. Once you've done that, you're ready to boot your game. One additional thing which I'd suggest everyone does is if you click parameters, enable both of these tick boxes here. It will just ensure that as you're booting, it's much faster and you don't end up having to wait around or have any mod issues or booting issues on the day. Alright, this should speed it up because it just reduces that CPU load on the initial boot up. Alright, okay, so before we hit play, what we've got to make sure is working is ACRE. Now normally when you hit play for the first time, ACRE will automatically install the plugin straight to TeamSpeak, and bosh, that's done. Occasionally though, that doesn't happen. You might run into an error. If you do, what I'm going to quickly run through is how you fix that error. So step one, what we're going to have to do is right click and open folder on ACRE. Alright, once you do that, it'll take you through to your exclamation workshop folder. So double click on ACRE and here we are. Alright, let's bring that one over here. Next thing what you're going to have to do is open up your TeamSpeak plugin folder. Now for me that's found in local disk, users, my user, so Joe Mitchell, and into app data. This is a hidden folder, so you will need to enable the hidden items tick in view. So you double click on app data, roaming, scroll down to find TS3 client, and in here you have your plugins folder. Double click plugins, and all you're going to have to do is go into your plugins file or plugin file in ACRE 2 and drag these two files straight into your TS3 client plugins. Once you've done that, to make sure that it's worked, open up TeamSpeak 3, hit tools, options, and you should now see this option here, ACRE 2, where you can enable it or disable it. Okay, once you've done that, you know that you're ready to press play. Okay, now we're in game. We're going to start running through just a couple other quality of life options and then into some keybind options. Okay, first things first, when you're in the main menu, you'll notice that SOG Prairie Fire changes both the main menu and the multiplayer menu in the way it's set up. If you press options, you can alter this here. Okay, bear in mind, this does show the opposite to what you have enabled. So currently I have the standard multiplayer menu enabled, but this shows the enhanced. Whereas I have the SOG Prairie Fire main menu enabled, but this is showing standard. Okay. Once you've decided which one of those you want, hit back, go into multiplayer, and then server browser. From here, you're going to want to press direct connect. Here is where you'll input the IP address and the port for the server. Both of our servers use the same IP which is currently on the screen, and it's also locatable in both the Discord and the TeamSpeak, which is where I'd recommend you find it. The ports do change for the two servers, with 2302 being for the operation server and 2312 for the training server. For this instance, we're going to use the operation server. So I'm going to click join, find the server here, double click on it, and then input the password, which is displayed there, and like the IP and port, located on Discord and the TeamSpeak. So I'm going to click OK, let the server load in, and then I'm going to select my slot here. So I'm going to select one of the private slots. This is one of the slots you'll select as a new member to the 101st when you're logging in for both your BCT and on your first op day. So I'm going to select private, and then I'm going to press OK, and I'll join you back in a moment. Okay, as we're loading in, you might get some errors like this. Not to worry, if you just press close all, it'll get rid of them all and then allow you to log into the server. Okay, and as you see now, when you're logging in for the first time, you might be greeted by a screen like this. This is our ACE common, which scans everyone's mods just to make sure you're only logging into the server with stuff we like. Now, if you look at the bottom left-hand side, this will show the error and any PBOs which you've got enabled which we don't want to use. Currently, as we use WebKnight's Flamethrower mod, there are a couple issues with the signing of the files there. So you'll regularly see both the WKB flame underscore additions anims and WKB Phoenix Trio underscore flamethrower mod pop up in your bottom left along with that red box. Don't worry about it, as it's nothing to worry about. So all we're going to do is press escape, and now we're in. Okay, so once we're in the server, we're now going to go over and set up some keybinds which are really important to get nailed. So what we're going to have to do is press escape, click configure, and then click controls. And this is going to take you through, hopefully, to your show common. Okay, so the first key binding we're going to do is our last help key binding. So hopefully it should be in show common. If we then scroll down, we should then hopefully find last help. If we click on that, and then we're going to want to delete this, okay, as this interferes with our ACE medical sometimes. So if I drag something in, just as an example quickly, click that and you just press delete. And once you've done that, press OK, and it returns you back to this menu here, and you can see it's been deleted out of the menu. Next, we're going to change our grenade throwing key. So this is our G key within the 101st. To avoid accidentally dropping a hand grenade at our feet, what we're going to want to do is, if this was set as the default G, we're going to want to delete it and then press G twice on our keyboard to then get 2 times G. This way, every time you go to throw a hand grenade or a smoke grenade, you must double tap the G key, and therefore hopefully prevent your friendly fire or your bad fragging. You can also use your ACE throw action, however that'll be taught in your BCT. Next, we're going to have to disable the SOG gesture menu, as this can impact with your ACRE. If you click on custom at the top here, gesture menu, you can basically reassign the key. I don't believe you can delete it, but if you reassign it to anything, I've got it as tilde, it just ensures it's out of the way and you're less likely to click it and accidentally break something. Okay, so if you reassign that, and now we're going to move on to our final bit in the regular controls section, and that is going to be our enhanced movement, which we scroll down to custom controls, and it is use action 1. Alright, so you want to click that and you assign this to whatever key you want. For me, that's left shift space, but you can select that to anything you want as long as it doesn't conflict with another control. You press OK, and now we're going to go on to our modded ones. So this is where you want to go into configure add-ons here at the bottom, click it, and we're going to want to find WebKnights. Okay, so we scroll down until we find WebKnights Melee, click that, and now there's a few options on here we have to alter. The first one we're going to do is unbind the dodge key. So you're going to click on it, click it, delete it, click OK. The next one we're going to want to make sure that we have enabled is our melee button. So this is the leg kick / buttstock kick hit, / bayonet charge. You're going to want to click whatever option here and change that to your preference. For me, it is buttons on my mouse button, but for you, it could be anything you liked. Once you've done that, click OK. And the final one we're going to want to remove is the hide weapon option. This is built into ACE, so we want to unbind this key as it can affect it. So what you want to do is delete the 0 and click OK. That is all of our key bindings completed. So what you're going to do is click OK, and that's going to enable them all. One final thing just to be aware of is Project SFX. If you now click on the add-on options button, and under client, we scroll down, we find Project SFX. And here we have Project SFX. This is a sound mod which revolutionizes the various sounds of ArmA 3 and just adds a little bit more depth and immersion to various actions like aiming down sights to putting on rucksacks or opening rucksacks. It's completely customizable and we leave it completely up to you whether you want to have all of them on or none of them on. If you follow the instructions as I've just said, head in, give it a chance to customize. I myself have iron sights disabled and breathing sounds disabled, but that's just me. Other than that, click OK, click continue, and that's that sorted out. And that wraps us up here. Well done and good effort. You're now all ready and set to go into your BCT and first operation. Make sure to check out the Discord when there's next BCT available and get in touch with the instructor. And until then, I'll see you on Saturday. Well done and good effort, everyone.